Okay, this time we're going to have 20 ISOs number 2. And we have a shape that looks like a box that got something cut out from the side of it. It looks like it's diagonal. It takes out the entire corner over here, but not much else on not the corner on the left side. The corner on the right side is completely gone. So first thing we want to do is try to get an idea of how we want to try to tackle this. I think just like last time, I'm going to try the method of just creating a box, and then I'm going to um, add these boxes. So I guess I lied to you. Last time we made a box and we cut stuff out. This time we're going to make a small box, and I'm just going to add these sketches of a triangle and a trapezoid up top. Can you set it up to where you make a box and then you cut out this? Yeah, absolutely you can. But the strategy that I'm going to try to go for now is to add these sketches up. We're going to try to take an additive approach this time instead of a subtractive approach. So let's do the same thing that we did last time. We're going to take the height of the object. It looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to write 4 right here. And I always write these numbers down because I have a really high chance of forgetting them. So if I'm in the middle of the video and I'm like, it's because I completely forgot the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 units for the width of the object, and then from here to here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 units for the depth of the object. Now at the height, we're going to make a box at the very beginning that's only 2 units high because that's where the first platform is. It's only 2 units up. So when we make our box, we're going to make a 8 by 6 rectangle, and then we're going to make it 2 high, and then we're going to add the 2 shapes on top of it. That's going to be the strategy that we're going to go for. And once again, there's more than one right strategy. So let's see if I can remember that between now and creating the document. So create the document. We're going to call it 20 ISOs number 2 and click OK. Load up the document. We'll have our lovely top, front, and right view, our X, Y, and Z axis. So I'm going to click sketch, and I'm going to create a sketch on the top plane, and I'm going to move my mouse so that I can actually see everything. We're going to click on the rectangle button, and I'm going to make a rectangle that is, let me see if I can remember. It was 9 by, I better look. So I'm going to click escape, and I better go back and look. You're right. 8 by 6. I knew that didn't sound quite right. Rectangle, 8 by 6. So I'm going to click the rectangle, 8, enter, 6, enter. We're going to get a box, finish the sketch. And remember, we said we're only going to go 2 high here. So I'm going to click extrude, and I'm going to click on add, and we're only going to make this 2 units high. Apparently add was the wrong thing to do. I'm going to go back into my extrusion. Sorry, I did Control Z and it brought the rectangle back. Hit extrude again. Don't click on add, just click on new. And then you should get this nice shiny dark gray surface. Make that 2 high and then click OK. A little bit of a whoopsie right there. Now, let's go think about the actual shapes, because we've got the 2 units high block from here. Let's go ahead and think about how we're going to add these triangles. I think we can just add them to one sketch. Let's see, the top view is in purple, so all of these things, whenever I look at the top view, I should be able to see this trapezoid, I should be able to see this triangle, and I should be able to see this it's not a trapezoid, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this other pentagon is a weirdly shaped pentagon up top. So let's look at the triangle, and I'm going to write the numbers down because you know me. I'm going to click on this. This is 3 units across and 2 units this way, and we don't need to have to worry about the length of the hypotenuse of the right triangle, because if we've got a distance of 2 and we've got a distance of 3, we can just use the software to connect the dots between the two. So don't worry about that part. Also, let's go ahead and look at this side. There's going to be 6 across, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in width, and there's also one over here. It's really hard to see that one, but this is one square across over here. And then we'll just diagonal connect the two dots together once we make the lines. So I'm going to go back to our OnShape, and I'm going to create a sketch and create a sketch on the top part of the block. We're going to go to top view so that we can see everything. Now, we're going to make a triangle. So we're going to use the line command this time. I don't have a make a random right triangle button, but I do have the line button. And I think it goes 3 units up. So I'm going to make my line to get it started. And I'm going to click, and it should have you put in the number. The number going up is 3. The number going this way, notice I've already done goofed. So it wants you to go ahead and try to finish this out. If you hit the escape key, that line goes away. You can just click line again, and you can start the next line over this way. Click and go to the right, left and make that 2. Hit enter. And then you can just connect the dots on the next part. Make sure that you actually connect the dots together. It should have this square with a little circle in here. That means it's going to snap into place. So you should have a whole triangle here. Now I'm going to do the same thing over on this side with my trapezoid. I'm going to start down here, and I'm going to make a line that is 1 unit across. It's going to be my starting point. It's going to make me want to make this diagonal. I'm just going to hit escape and click on the line button again. And I'm going to make my line go all the way up to this corner, and then my line is going to go all the way over. I think it's 4 units. I better hit escape and better double check. Oops, it's 5. So I'm going to have to click 5, and then I can connect the dots between the two. So I'm going to click on the line, click on this horizontal line. I'm going to click the number 5, enter. I should have a line that's 5 across, and then I can just use that last line to connect the dots between the two. And then I'm going to click the green check mark. Check and make sure that everything looks okay. I see that these two lines are parallel to each other, and that's a good thing, because when I look over here, these two lines look parallel to each other. So that's a pretty good indication that I got this at least marginally right. So I'm going to click on the view, and we're going to click extrude, and we're going to click on the trapezoid, and we're going to click on the triangle, and we're going to make that depth 2. And then we're going to hit OK, hit a green check mark. And it should move up. Let's see here. I think this is looking good from what we have. Let's go back for reference. So we have this, and then we have this shape. It's going to look a little bit different because of the 3D software, but I think it looks good. So here we have 20 ISOs, number 2. Hopefully that wasn't as bad as the first one. Each strategy is going to be a little bit different.